Welcome to Royal News Updates.
Hello Royal folks, it's good to see you all here again. This is your regular dose of Royal News and Analysis. Before I move on to any further details, I'd really love to thank you all for enormous love and support. And in case you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for, guys? Hit that subscribe button now and don't forget to press that bell icon. A bomb has been detonated under the British monarchy and shockwaves are still being felt around the world. Prince Harry's memoir Spare has become the most talked about and controversial book in publishing history, smashing sales records and shattering the royal family. But how reliable are its sometimes shocking claims? It's been a week, but Harry's betrayal stories is getting exposed one after another, and many important figures are not happy for the same. King Charles' ability to strike back against his son, Prince Harry, claims and strip him of his titles is limited by Parliament. A royal expert has warned. The new monarch does not have the power to unilaterally remove Sussex's royal titles, which royal commentators say has been used for prolific projects. Without Parliament support, the royal family may never be able to retaliate against the Sussexes, Richard Fitzwilliam has warned. Looking at the retaliation options available to the royal family, Richard Fitzwilliam told Express, first, they can't take away the titles away easily because that requires an act of Parliament, so that's very unlikely. They could report the bullying allegations, which Meghan denies. That's also very unlikely. It's also very unlikely because the best way the royals could respond is by doing nothing, giving the royal family limited scope of action. The only ways the royals could realistically retaliate is by stripping the Sussexes of their titles through Parliament. The possibility of gaining momentum among members of Parliament with a group of Tory MPs intent on bringing forward legislation in an attempt to strip Harry and Meghan of their titles. Conservative MP Bob Seeley, who was leading the charge, told Mail Online he still plans to pursue efforts to pass legislation that downgrade Harry and Meghan's royal status. He intends to introduce a private member's bill that would enable a vote on the amending 1917 Titles Deprivation Act, a piece of legislation used to deprive German royal family of their UK titles during the First World War. According to Mr. Seeley, the change would be given Privy Council, made up of 741 senior lawmakers, the authority to revoke the Sussex titles. Though some royal sources claim King Charles is still pondering over that course of action, to strike back against the American-based couple and restore trust in the throne. A royal source told US Weekly, there's a very real decision to be made, of course, with respect to whether or not the Sussexes get to keep their titles. The source added, the way to strike back would be to approve a measure whereby Harry and Meghan are stripped of their titles. That's a very real possibility, certainly if the toxicity doesn't eventually subside. Justifying the need to pass such a bill, Mr. Seeley said, as well as trashing his family and monetizing his misery for public consumption, he's also attacking some important institutions in the country. Some members of the Labour Party appear to agree with the need to strip the Sussexes of their titles, as Labour MP Michelle Markle, to her constituents' request, already introduced a bill to give the new monarchy powers to remove titles. Meanwhile, the Employment Minister, Guy Opperman, used an appearance on the BBC's Question, Time to Tell Everyone to Boycott Netflix. He said, I don't think it has a fundamental impact on the royal family. I certainly won't be watching it. I would urge everyone to boycott Netflix and to make sure that we actually focus on things that matter. What do you think about this news, guys? Do you think Harry and Meghan should be stripped from the royal titles as soon as possible? Write it in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Until then, I guess we'll just have to wait and see if things turn out to be something after all. Also, if you never want to miss any of my sizzling royal updates like this, subscribe and press
Subscribe to our
It's as
channel.
simple as that. So until next time, hasta la vista.